we had last week. Last week we got like 98 snaps. Or no, actually there was like 120 scrimmage snaps last week. This week we'll be lucky to have half of those.
Are there key parts of the team that you're looking on, selecting players? I know quarterback is a question going into spring.
Sure. No, that work's going. It's in progress, but it's moving along nicely. You know, it's very competitive. Very competitive. Some really good players doing a lot of good things. Not always, you know, and there's been some ups and downs, but we've done some things offensively and defensively to allow ourselves to share the practice environment a little bit more productively and a little bit more competitively, and that's paying off. It's allowing guys to step up and say, "Hey, look at me," and so again, that's still a work in progress, but looks good.
How about on the defense? Certainly Jeffrey Bacon would be one of your key players going into next season. Had a great sophomore year for you. How is he shaping up?
Well, Jeff, we're stretching Jeff. Jeff's moved into the second row or the back row. He's working some at safety. He may not stay there. He may come back to linebacker. As you know, those guys join our linebackers in the box in some sets. So what it's allowing him to do a better job of seeing space and managing space, which was a challenge for him last year. You know, he had a productive year as a linebacker, but you know, he needs to be a better tackler. He needs a more consistent tackler. He needs to be able to see the game a little bit better, and backing him up a little bit has helped him. And he's really taken a tremendous step forward, which he frankly needed to do. But he's taken that challenge on, and we've stretched him mentally because there's much more adjustments going on back there. He has a much better sense of the entire defense and how his roles and how the different roles fit, which will pay off for him as he tries to manage that space and then just fundamentally become a much better tackler, which he's working hard at, and that's happening. And again, that space has been productive for him. It's also allowed us to get some other guys into that Mike linebacker line and experiment some.
Yeah.
And so far, it's an ongoing experiments.
Any kind of changes in philosophy or practice, you know, with the offense or the defense that you're instituting this year?
Well, what I said leading into, just we've forced our offense and we forced our defense to do some things that are a little bit more like what our competition does. Without getting too carried away, but it does allow us to go into the practice environment and compete with one another, doing our own stuff, and be more productive and have more relevance to the larger schedule, as opposed to just the option game and both defending and attacking. So it's again, it's made. I know the practices are a lot more fun for the players because there's more opportunities to compete. There are less opportunities where you're doing something off a card. We're doing our own stuff against one another. It's more relevant to our larger schedule than it's been in the past. And that's allowed us to be more efficient out here. You know, obviously it's a little bit easier to get drills going and get those groups going. And two, you're allowed to let the ball move and keep score and move guys around. And so from that standpoint, it's been productive.
Coach May, thanks from all of us at the American Legion. Good to see you.